Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls. A very warm welcome to Shape Voice. It is my pleasure to moderate for the event. We appreciate you taking time off your busy schedules to join us today. We hope you will learn a lot, and we have lined for you to be fruitful and engaging. Please take a look at the following rules to ensure smooth event. Please mute your mic at all times and turn on the mic when you have any question. Secondly, do not spam the chat. Thirdly, if you have any question, please send them to the chat. We will attend to you accordingly. Lastly, please open your camera at all the time. My name is Tanu and I'll be the MC of this session. So let us have the brief introduction on the Malaysia Federation of Deaf, MFD. MFD is a national organization that provided help and services to deaf throughout Malaysia. Their aims are to unite deaf organizations for the sake of deaf community development, and we serve to fight for the deaf rights. The activities include disseminating information related to deafness, sign language, communication access, education, and many more. But before we go on, it's my great honor to introduce the special guest for tonight, which is Encik Mohamad Sazali bin Sha'ari. He is the Executive Director of Malaysian Federation of the Deaf. In 2002, Encik Mohamad got recognition from Ministry of Women, Family and Community Development Malaysia and received the award as Disabled Person of the Year. He is also recipient of Anura As OKU 2015, Maulidur Rasul that was awarded by Jaya and many more achievements. Encik Mohamad involved in different organizations and contribute in building up association.
Hi everyone. Can you hear my voice?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm so sorry. Sazali said that his laptop is not working at this moment. Not sure why. But now that we have to change his gadget, so he's using Ms. Zuraida's iPad. So if the admin could just pin Zuraida's video, so you could actually see him. So I guess we shall start now. So thank you very much, everyone. Okay. So I guess everyone can see me, yeah? So first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Mohamad Sazali. So I'm a deaf person, and I'm from the Malaysian Federation of the Deaf. So in short, we call it MFD. I felt honored to be invited for tonight's session with all of you. And of course, this is a very, very good program to create awareness about the deaf community. Just for your information, I was also involved with SEGi in Damansara. I'm one of the tutors that teach Malaysian Sign Language for the Faculty of Education there, especially those who are in the early education childhood. So it's been almost 5 years for me to teach in SEGi Damansara. And for your information as well, my office is actually based in Puchong, very, very close to you. It's just that if you come from your side, you just have to go through the subway toll. Then about a couple of meters away, you make a U-turn to Menara KLH, there where we are. Because of the problems of my laptops, I'm not able to share some of the information that I had in my laptops. And now that I have to use another person's iPad, so I guess I will have to try my very best to explain to you on about deaf community, deaf culture. So my first question is like, had any one of you meet a deaf person before, or did any one of you have any deaf family members?
Yes.
Yes, as you have deaf friends or family members? So what do you think about that particular deaf person? Sorry, that the lady just now that you say yes. I was wondering who the deaf person is. It a friend? Is it family members? Is like, is he like handsome or is she pretty?
No, I don't know him, but when I was working there, and then he comes. So yeah, it's my first time to see a deaf person.
Okay, all right. So so let me use this opportunity to explain to you about deaf people. So if you actually know, go through the dictionary of the Dewan Bahasa Pustaka, yeah, it mentioned that deaf is meant to be like a person who are unable to hear partially or unable to hear fully. So what does it mean? It means that it actually have two different groups. The first group, if we actually calculated it in decibel form, which is the hearing ability of an individual, for a normal hearing is from 0 to 30 decibel or dB. Okay, 0 to 30 dB. So you basically can hear everything from raindrops, the winds, um, birds chirping, whispering. I mean, as long as it's like this, the sound is very soft, you can hear it. But those who are with 30 to 60 decibel, we consider them to be, as mentioned in the dictionary, is like partially unable to hear. So basically, they are not able to hear clearly the sounds surrounding them, but they can hear. It's just that they were not able to capture where the sounds come from. So basically, this group of people will need assistance in helping them to hear better. And those who are from 60 decibel up to 120 decibel, we call them people who are fully unable to hear because they were not able to hear dogs barking. Even though the dogs are very close to us, we just do not able to feel it or even hear it. And the worst part is like those who are with 100 decibel. Normally they were not able to hear, like, if there's a plane on top of them, or even ambulance sounds, or even a police shots and things like that. They are not able to hear that loud. Okay, so that is what according to the dictionary. So these two particular groups, is we want to call them according to the identity. Those who are partially unable to hear, we call them hard of hearing. And those who are unable to hear fully, we will call them deaf. So basically, there are two different groups, deaf and hard of hearing. And for those who are deaf, for them to hear sounds surrounding them, they will have to use hearing aids. Hearing aids, of course, you can just buy it anywhere, but the price is pretty expensive. But if you want a digitalized hearing aids that is very small, it costs about 5,000 one side. But if you want to buy two, so you have to times two of the price of the hearing aids. But of course, when you talk about digitalized, which means that it's very small, they insert it inside your ear. And it is actually part of the medical's. Sorry, there's another one what we call as the cochlear implant. And normally it's like what they do is like they will drill behind your ear to insert the implant, which is very, very small, and they will actually connect it to your hearing aids. This is for you to hear sounds, and know that implants will actually process the wave, of the sounds into your brain and to process the meanings of the sounds. But one side of it is about 80,000. So basically, you can buy a car with that price. Of course, those who have cochlear implant, they can hear much better, clearer. But of course, in the end, it still goes back to the individual's hearing ability. But for example, if let's say a person with hearing aids and sitting in a room with lots of people who are talking at the same time, you basically will not able to hear everything, and you actually be confused yourself because you are not able to capture the sound, and you're not able to capture who's talking at the same time. While it does help us to listen, but when you go to sleep or when you have to take your bath or when you have to go to swim, you still have to take it off and you still go back to square one, which means that you're unable to hear fully. Okay, I hope that's clear. But how do you recognize a deaf person, or how do you identify a deaf person when you're in a group of people or when you are not outside walking around? Let's say in your university, there's so many students. How can you recognize or identify if there's any deaf students there? For example, if you actually look a person who with a white cane, you know that person is blind. Obviously, you go and assist him or her. If you see someone who's on a wheelchair, or whether it's a motorized wheelchair or not, you see, oh, that person is with physical disability. You will go and assist them. But how do you identify a person who are deaf? So deafness is actually invisible handicap because you are not able to see the handicap in that particular person. So how do you identify that? Let me give you an example. So let's say you're in a library, okay, for example, yeah. I know SEGi has a very big libraries and you're walking around. So let's say one person happened to walk around and he or she dropped his key or her keys. But that particular person just walked straight without no returning or without no taking to collect his or her keys. So you might like chase that person and tell them that you dropped the key. But of course, obviously, if you're in the library, you can't shout because library had to be quiet. So basically, you walk to that person, you tap on her or his shoulder, and tell that person that hey, you dropped your keys. For a deaf person, normally like they will when you tap them, they will look at you, but of course with like a shock, like what's wrong? Why you're tapping on my shoulder?
Okay.
So normally
Hindi pa
they
ako happy.
So normally, like they will
Wala
identify
na siya.
themselves with sign language. So this is how they do it. The fingers from your ear down towards your mouth. So this is deaf. This is the sign for deaf because they are not able to tell you that they're deaf. So they will sign deaf. So I am deaf. So it's like, oh, okay. So okay, well, that's a deaf person. So if you knew the person is deaf, you'll try to communicate with them. So if they say like, oh, I'm deaf, it's like, oh, okay, deaf. So okay, let's just walk away. No, you don't do that. This is very, very sensitive because if like, oh, so if I tell you that I'm deaf, are you not wanted to be friends with me, or you do not want to communicate with me? Why not? Why can't you just try to communicate? If you can't sign, you can write it down on a piece of paper. If you don't have a piece of paper, it's okay. You still have your handphone with you, so we can actually message one another. So that person will feel like, oh, okay, I felt welcome. I felt that, I can make a connection with another person. So, you leave them just like that, they feel like, oh, okay, am I, just because I'm deaf, is it I'm weird? Or, people do not want to be friends with me. So, they normally like, they'll just feel sad, being lonely. And sometimes they might, just like, why people are just like ignoring me. Okay? So all of you still are able to follow me?
Yes.
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 Okay. All right. Because since there's no response, so I'm not sure whether if like my communication is like whether I'm talking by myself alone or do I really able to extend my lecture clearly? Okay, so next is like how will that person live? Okay, of course, this is very, very important for us as human beings to communicate with one another. Is it true? Is it true that communication is the most important thing in life?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Can you live without communication?
Very cannot.
Yes, cannot. All of us have to live, and especially with communication. So let's say if I'm walking around and I'm thirsty. I went to a mama store and sit down there and want to order my drinks. But how am I supposed to order drinks? So normally, like for all of you, like, oh, okay, I want tarik, teh tarik, or no, anything that you wanted to order, and you speak to the person. So let's say, hey, mama, I want teh tarik satu. Because as a hearing person, like all of you, obviously you can use your voice to order food or drinks. But what about a deaf person? We can't utter the words, but we do, and we are able to communicate. And how we do it? We use it in sign language. So this is how we sign teh tarik. So this is very easy, right? You see the mama how they do it, the drinks. But if you can't sign, you can write it down. So communication is not just verbal. Communications can be in text form. Communication can be in sign. So for all of you, you're using verbal communication. But for a deaf person, we call it non-verbal communication, or we call it visual language. So visual language means that we are using sign language. And sign language is not spoken language. So sign language and spoken language have different system of grammar, of vocabulary. It kind of like different in any other language. Okay, so let's say for a hearing person like you, so obviously you have intonation according to situation when you talk or when you utter the words. So for example, if you are happy, your tone kind of like very clear, very happy, very high pitched. But if you are sad, your intonation will be very slow, very deep. And when you're angry, obviously, you tend to shut it out, in a very loud pitch voice. It's the same like a deaf person. We also have intonation in the way of facial expression. So, for example, if you're sad, we show our sad face. So, if you're happy, we show a happy face. And if you're mad, we show a very angry face. So how we actually, substitute our voice intonation into facial expression. So we are kind of very much equal with one another. And the structure of grammar also very different. So if I give you an example of Malay and English, for example, yeah, both language, even though it's spoken language, it had different grammatical order. And we can't really have a literal translation when you want to translate from one language to another. Let me give you an example in Malay. Jalan-jalan, makan angin. You won't able, or you actually not able to not translate into like walk in air. That is wrong, right? In terms of translation. So even in English have its own idioms and ways of like saying the same thing with the same almost the same meaning, right? And sign language is not universal. Each country had its own sign language according their culture, according their way of life, according how they actually do it in their own country. It's just that my apology again, I'm not able to show you some of the examples that I had in my PowerPoint. So let me give you an example of China and India. Okay, in China and India, the way they sign is very much different. So because both countries have different way of life and culture, So in China, this is how they sign female because it is related to the earrings that they are wearing. But in India, they don't sign female like this. Instead, they sign it like this. Why? Because the Indian in India will have stud on their nose. Correct? And in China, the sign for male is like this. Why? Because normally, like, it's their culture that let's say like many years, thousands of years back, how the male actually braids their hair, because it's part of their identity. Male are not supposed to cut their hair. They have to braid it and to take care of it. But in India, the sign for male is as this. Why? Because of mustache. So they have to show that they are manly and they are in power. So they have a thick mustache. So if you can see, these two countries have different signs according to their culture and way of life. So let's say in India, for them to sign eat, they will sign this way because they eat with their hands. But in China, they don't eat with their hands. Instead, they use chopstick. So this is how they sign it. So it's have a different sign from in different countries. So it is not universal. Okay. But let's say if a deaf person from China and a deaf person from India meet one another, obviously you will think that they were not able to communicate. But let's say I went to India. If let's say I went to Japan, but I'm not able to sign or even to speak Japanese. Because normally, like international level, you say, oh, we have to use English. So in sign language, we will kind of like have a similar technique. We call it the international sign. And international sign is not a language. It's not very difficult to learn. Very easy. And I'm sure all of you, if you if you have the interest to learn sign language, you're able to capture it. So let me ask you, how do you sign it? Let me see from your video. How do you sign it? Ah, okay. Drink? How do you sign drink? Right, correct. See? So basically all of you can sign. So how do you go to university? What is there any transport that how do you go to your university, to your class? Walk. Okay, some of you walk. So obviously some of you already have sign language in you. I did not teach you, correct? Obviously you already know how to sign. So basically all of you know sign language. It's just that not the standard one that we use in this country. But it's just very unfortunate because time is very limited. I can only teach that much, but I think I will teach you some basic sign that all of you can, learn and practice. Alah, sebab ni boleh sebab I tak biasa buat
Okay, now that I have to change to another channel. So just now it was Miss Go. Now you have Zuraida here. So later on I get the interpreter to sit next, taking picture. But for you to actually see the faces. Right, I just don't want you guys to misunderstood because as a male, my name is Sazali, but the voice actually comes from a female. So this is actually the way how the the interpretation works. So it's about the same concept if you actually view it. How the interpretation section, how does it go? You know, for spoken language when they do that. So it's just about similar to the usage of sign language. Interpreters actually voice interpret our presentation in sign language. Okay. I think okay, did I miss? Oh, right, no, it's okay. We will just proceed. So I actually promised like 30 minutes after the introduction about deaf community or about deafness and everything, I would teach you sign language, yeah? A very, very easy one. So what I just would like to highlight here is like sign language is actually equivalent to any other spoken language. So if you do not know the sign or the vocabulary for sign language, you could always finger spell the words. Yeah. Okay. I hope that you guys would actually switch on your video so that I can actually see your face and I can identify and I will call, yeah, for you to respond, yeah, whenever I sign. So I'm gonna start teaching you the finger spelling. I mean the alphabets first, yeah. We start with A. This is how you sign A, facing outward, yeah. A. Okay. So it's just like the shape of the small alphabet A. Next is B. So you have to close all the four fingers, yeah, and your thumb. Bring it inwards. So the next alphabet C is also just like the shape of the alphabet C. Yeah. Next will be D. It's like pointer fingers pointing upward, with the rest of other fingers actually joined together. Not the little finger. It's the pointer finger, the second one. Yeah, pointing upward. Right. So next E. Okay, look at this E. All right. So we try again. A, B, C, D. Okay, E. All right. Okay, now I'm going to finger spell. Try to read my finger spelling and tell me the word, okay? Ready?
B. B. B.
What is it? What did I spell?
Bat.
Bad. Okay, good. Next. Can we try?
Bat.
Bad. Yep. Good. One more.
Cap.
Cat.
Cap.
Yes, cap. So it's good that you can, within a few minutes that you can actually recognize the alphabet and the word. Okay, next we move to F. All right. F. G. Okay, G. Okay, F, G, G. H. I. J is just like the alphabet. Yeah, the shape of the alphabet J. Yeah, so it's like when you write the alphabet J. Let's see, we'll try again. F, G, G, facing towards your left here. H, I, J. Okay? So if you meet someone, usually what do you say? It's like this. It's hi. Okay? H and I. Easy, right? So this is a sign for hello. Okay? This is hello. It's up your palm. Just put it on your forehead, move it forward. Hi. But it's not like, when police does that salute, yeah? This is like, just move it forward and say hi softly, yeah? So it's hello. And another one. Try and read my finger spelling again. What's the word?
Head.
Yep. Okay. One more.
Yeah, that.
Great. Yes, correct. So can anyone volunteer to spell anything for me with the number of alphabets that I taught you just now? Can anyone finger spell anything? Okay, so I thought you A to J. Can you finger spell any word? I would love to see. Okay, the word hide. Can you finger spell the word hide?
Yes.
How do you how do you actually finger spell it? Can you show the alphabet to me? I can't see. H, yes. I, D, E. Right. So it's a good try. Later on, you can actually finger spell your own name. Yeah, A to Z. All right, so we start again from beginning. A, B, C, D, not I first, D, pointer finger, yeah? Pointing upward. Somebody was showing the little finger. No, that's not D, that's I. Okay, D is the pointer finger facing upward. And next is E, F, G, it's not C here, it's G. Okay, your thumb and your second finger. Okay, next H, I, J. Okay, J is the shape of the alphabet J. And you continue with K. K. Okay, it's your second and third finger with your thumb in between, yeah? And then next is L, It's just like the alphabet L. So I am staying in KL. Yeah, I stay in KL. Easy, right? So next alphabet M. Your second, third, and fourth finger. Yeah, bring it down, resting on your thumb. Okay, for N is the pointer and the third finger. Bring it down also, resting on your thumb. Okay, O. Okay, we'll try again from K. K. L. M. N. O. Okay. So try and read my finger spelling.
Name.
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 Yes, yes, name. Got it, yep. Okay. Right, one more. It's just a while there. I'll happy to guess another word. Okay, sorry. Just now we stopped at the alphabet O. Now you go with P. Yeah, it's O, P. It's just P is just like the alphabet K just now, upward, right? You bring it facing downward, it becomes the alphabet P. G, you know, the word G, alphabet G just now. Okay, facing downward is Q. Okay. Okay, R. Your second and your third finger is just like hope. Yeah, you sign. Yeah, that's R. And next is S. Okay, remember the alphabet A. S is just at the thumb. You bring it outward in front of you. T. The pointer finger resting on your thumb. Yeah, T. T. Okay. U. Okay, U. It's the second and third finger. Close it together. And V, U. Okay. Open it. Yeah, it's like the shape of the alphabet V. W. It's also like the shape of the alphabets W. X. You point the finger, you bend it. X. Then Y. Z. Draw out the alphabet Z. Okay. Can we try again? P. P. Q. R. S. T. U. V. W. X. Y. Z. Okay. My name. That's a sign for name. It's my name. Is the alphabet U. Bring it together and it's like, do it like that. My name is. Okay, I'm going to sign again. So you guess it's S.
Sazali.
Got it?
Sazali.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Good. Okay, so you can finger spell your name. So after this, I think you guys are gonna have quiz, right? So you can finger spell your name. You can try. So I'm gonna teach the next one. We move to numbers. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is your thumb and the little finger. Yeah, it's like glued together. And you move next. Yeah. 7 and 7. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You shake it a bit, yeah? 10. All right. Can we try again? One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So are you just like, I have a question here. How old are you? Anyone to answer me?
23.
23?
20.
2?
20.
20? 0? 2? 0. 20.
21.
21. 22, 23, 25. Yeah. Yep. So I'm going to teach a little bit more. Yeah. A little bit of the basic sign like greetings. Yeah. Good. This is sign for good afternoon. Yeah. It's like sun is right on top of your head. Good evening. Oops. Good evening. As the sun's going down. And good night. This is time for night. How about morning? You have any idea how we're going to say morning? Morning this way, sunrise, right? Morning. Yeah. So as the sunrise, morning, and it goes to afternoon, the sun is right on top of your head, but it's not Ultraman sign that way. Yeah, no. It's make sure that your elbow is actually resting on your, your left hand. In the evening, night. So if you meet your friend, you guys can sign hello, good morning, good morning. How are you? This is how you sign. How are you? I'm good. You can reply this way, yeah? So you ask, how are you? This way. And you reply, I'm good. Okay? So, sign her day is like this. Yeah, the alphabet D. Bring it. It's, the sign morning, afternoon, evening, and night, right? So you sign day from like this also. From the right hand side to the left hand side. Night. Yeah, the next one would be, I think, a few of the sign that we just want to have. I mean, some basic sign for you to learn. Yeah. So if you're gonna ask question, let's say, look at me, read my finger spelling.
Way.
Why?
Why?
Why? Yes, the sign is like this. Bring it downward. Why? So that's a sign. Why? Why are you crying? Why
Ah.
are you sad? Okay. Right. So why? This is a sign for where. Okay. So it's like, where are you staying? So it's like simple sign. So you can sign PJ, KL, KK, JB. Okay, then we move to colors. Like, what color do you like? This is a sign for color. Okay, all your 5 fingers, flick it out. Yeah. Colors. So black, white, pull it out. Yeah, white. Blue. The alphabet B, just now shake it a bit. Blue. Yellow, the alphabet Y. Shake it also, yellow. Green, the alphabet G. Yeah, shake it also. Yeah, like this, green. What do you think this color is?
Pink.
Brown?
Red.
Red, yes, red. Yeah, red. What is your favorite color? Or what color do you like? Blue? Oh, okay. Awesome. Okay. Okay, look at me. I'm signing like this. I'm feeling cold here. Can you figure out the sign? If what is this?
Cold.
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 Freezing. Yeah. This one?
Hot.
Yeah.
Hot.
Yeah. All right. Okay, the sign drink.
Mm. Drink.
What's that?
Thirsty?
Drink cold.
Drinking cold
No.
water.
Cold
Water.
cold water. So if you want to drink hot water, it's this way. Just now the room or the temperature, yeah, it's hot. You're fanning yourself like that because the temperature of the weather. So now you want to drink hot water, you sign hot this way. Okay? Cold just now, you can sign it for cold water. Okay. I teach you this sign for father. And this is for mother. Father. Mother. So, what is your father's name? Now that you can finger spell, so you can finger spell. My mother name is, yeah. So you can finger spell that. So I think we are kind of like close to the end of the session. Do you have any question? You can ask me if you have any question before we end the session. Don't be shy. You can just ask. My interpreters will do the job.
Miss,
Yes.
do they have any classes?
Sign language class?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have.
All right.
Um, we have a basic class, which have approximately about 10 lesson plus the simple test and also interaction section. Or you can have it the one online, but it's just during this MCO time. So we don't actually hold class physically, but we kind of most of it we're doing it online. But after this MCO, it would be good if you guys are interested. Just let me know. We can go to your place and teach or have the sign language class going on at your university. Actually, there's a lot of benefit, if you know sign language. One of it, you can communicate with your friends discreetly where people don't know what you're talking about. If, let's say, you're gossiping or you're actually condemning anyone, or say they don't know because you're doing it in sign language unless they know the sign. So, example, if you want to speak with another friend who's like distant away from you and you're kind of like, divided of the glass panel or things like that, you can still communicate using sign language with one another. Another one is for, when you're doing scuba or diving, you can also apply sign language underwater. But don't don't misuse it. Don't cheat during your exam. It's like, for example, asking your friend, hey, what is the word? Yeah. What is this thing? Yeah. And they finger spell. You guys finger spell one another in the exam hall. So that's not possible. Yeah. But it's good that, when when the environment is a bit noisy, when you use sign language, there is no noise at all. It's pretty peaceful. Yeah. Is there any other question?
Yes, I have. So I have wondering, what is this mean? Because I'm doing the research. I will recently seeing this site, and I can find a meaning like this. Not sure I'm doing right or not.
Who is that speaking? Sorry.
Me,
Yeah.
Sheng Hui.
Cheng Hui, can you pin and so that Mr. Sazali could see?
Pin.
Yeah, can you pin yourself? Hang on.
Pin myself.
Pin. Is there? Because I couldn't. I couldn't. I would just like wanted to see you. But okay, spotlight. Sorry, I
Okay.
can see the spotlight. Not no spotlight also can.
Can see me now?
Yeah, no.
No.
I didn't. You didn't open your video.
I have open right now.
Mr. Sazali cannot see you. If you can open the video and if you have spotlight or you can pin, then he can see your face.
I have two, but it's not working. I think.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
But
Mm.
you wanted to share the sign, is it?
Yeah, a
But you can.
sign.
Yeah. What was the sign? Sorry.
It's like okay and two okays. It's like
Two. Yeah.
two okay signs like this.
Yeah, you can sign this way for okay. Yeah, that is also. Oh, and another one is your finger spell O and K. It's okay, or it's the other sign this way. Yeah, this is for okay also.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Okay.
All
Thank you.
right. You're welcome.
I think he's asking what is the meaning of the symbol that he's doing, isn't it? Not how to symbolize, how to.
Yeah. It's just that I couldn't see him, so I cannot capture the sign that is
Maybe you
created.
can help me to show.
Maybe anyone could assist.
Is it can see me?
Who is that?
Ka Hong.
Your name? Ka Hong?
Yup.
Mr. Sazali was trying to find and cannot just a while, yeah? He's trying to find. Okay. Ka Hong. Okay. Yes. Okay. Just a while, yeah? Sorry, there might be kind of like limitation with the iPad here. I could not see. I think I would suggest next time you use Zoom, platform. Maybe it would be easy for us. Kind of like we're familiar with Zoom platform. Yeah, I just hope that you guys would have this second round again. And so if you want to see or know who are the interpreters working with me, so you can see their faces. So this is Miss Go. So the first voice that you heard just now. And second, it's Zoraida. Just a while, yeah? Oops. Nope. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hey. Nice to meet you. Okay. Thank you very much. I was told that you guys wanted to have a group photo. Is that possible?
Yep, I guess.
Okay.
So please turn on the camera to take a group photo, yeah? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Can we have another one more? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Okay, if you can see my hand, I shows the sign for I love you. It's the universal sign combination of the alphabet I, L, and Y. Yeah, it's I love you. Okay? Yep. All right. Okay, thank you. This is time for thank you. Okay, can you see me? Thank you. This is a sign.
And the sign for you're welcome.
Oh, well, no, we use this sama-sama. Yeah, locally for BRM, we use this sign for welcome or sama-sama. When you say terima kasih, sama-sama. Okay, everyone, thank you very much and good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Right,
Thank you.
bye.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Um, so I know for sure you don't want to be kept waiting. I know everyone is anxious for the next part of the event. So may I call Mr. Kaong to take over the next session, yeah?
So thank you, Danu. I believe that all of you have gained as much input as possible regarding what is the sign language about. And it's great for all of us to have this opportunity to learn and understand more about the sign language from the session. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's process to the next highlight for our events, the game sessions. So I will explain the rules how to play the game, and it will be a quick sessions which related to the lesson. So in this game, we have 30 questions. We have three part of questions, and the level 1 question will be the true and false question. Level 2 question will be the action question, while the level 3 question will be the video question. So participants must answer all the questions, and the top 3 will be chosen as a winner. So a small reminder, please put your real name in the Kahoot session. So the link is already provided in the chat box. So wish you all the best and good luck. Then the game will start with my counting. Guys, are you all ready?
Yes.
Yes.
So the link already provided in the chat box. You just may click the link. So 1, 2, 3, start.
To be young and in love in New York City. Do not know who I am, but still know that I'm good long as you're here with me. To be drunk and in love in New York City.
So, and finally, after we have the exciting game sessions, we will announce the winner of the days. So, the result in my hand already. Guys, are you all ready?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, Encik Kahong.
So for the third place, winner of 50 ringgit, we have Joanne Alicia. Is it okay? Yeah, congratulations. For the second place, winner of 20 ringgit, we have Chan Xing An. Congrats to. Are you there?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Congrats. So for the top winner, the first prize winner of 30 ringgit, we have 30 ringgit, winner of 30 ringgit. Chai Ziling. So congratulations again to all our winners. The winner of the day kindly contact our treasures department, Shafika, to collect the prize after the event. So we have shared with you the link, the contact link in the chat box. So you may click the link lah. So thank you for all who participating in the game session. So the event have come to an end. Ladies and gentlemen, may I thank you very much to participation in this session. So I hope you enjoy the program lah. To let us know what you think about this event and recommendations. We will appreciate if you get any feedback from you and fill up the attendance form before you leave. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Don't forget to collect the prize.
Alright.
Yeah, the contact link in already in the chat box.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. That I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. See you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be with me for the last ride. It's been a long
Before
day.
you exit this group, yeah, we actually give a bank details in the chat box to everyone who's interested to support them. You can donate them, yeah. So please find out more information about the organization. So thank you.
All about it when I see you again. Tell you. When I see you again.